All right, look, Kayvon out of line, man. I don't know if y'all seen the clip of Kayvon talking to Carmelo. I guess Carmelo got a podcast. Everybody got a damn podcast. But Kayvon, you could have came on the outsiders of me and Pizzle. All right, a couple weeks ago, Kayvon was like, "Yo, man, I'm gonna tell my side of the story. I got some stuff I want to talk about. Who should I pull up? You should have pulled up the me and Kai Pizzle podcast, the outsiders, and we could have had this conversation then. But look, Kayvon, bro, this is a bad look. All right, you and Daniel Jones are my two favorite players on the Giants. So I'm gonna be nice to Kayvon, but I'm gonna be objective. I'm gonna be nice to Kayvon, but I'm also gonna be objective. Kayvon, respectfully, okay? I mean this from a good place when I say this. In case you ever hear this video, don't be offended, okay? But this needs to be said. Do me, Shane Dable, Saquon, and Danny a favor. Shut the fuck up. All right, I don't know how else to say this, my nigga. Please shut the fuck up. This is bad. You can't do that. All right, I don't know if anybody in Kayvon's circle is gonna tell him this, but I'ma say it. All right, I'ma say it. Kayvon, I don't care if it's true or not. You can't say that. You can't throw your GM under the bus, your head coach under the bus, and your quarterback under the bus for a player that literally just came out and said he could see himself in another uniform. What do you have to gain, Kayvon? You got to be 3 steps ahead in life. You can't just do things without a purpose. You can't move a chess piece without anticipating a reaction. You can't go on this podcast, say these things without anticipating a reaction. What I don't understand with Kayvon is Saquon ain't coming back. You really ruining your You're becoming a problem. Not in my eyes, because I was an Odell guy. Odell was sniffing coke off hooker titties in Paris. I had his back. Odell was punching holes in the wall at Green Bay at the playoff losses. I had his back. I'm always going to be pro player when that player balls. When you can catch 70-yard slants like Odell, I got your back. When you're Kayvon Thibodeaux and you can get me double-digit sacks, I'm going to have your back. But Kayvon, this is bad. And this needs to be nipped in the bud right now, because if they don't check Kayvon for this, who the hell knows what he's going to say next? This is how problems start. It's like when you got a girl and she disrespects you and you don't check her. The next time she disrespects you, it gets worse. So you know what? Let's say you dating a girl, or you're trying to date a girl, and she comes to dinner and she's late. If you don't say, "Yo, you late. My time," my time is important. Is your time more important than mine? Like, yo, what's up? If you don't check her for being late, guess what? The next time she disrespects you, the waiter gonna bring the food out and she gonna flirt with the waiter, because she gonna think you pussy. She gonna think you soft. She gonna think you weak. So when you got a situation like Kayvon Thibodeaux, who feels so empowered, he feels so emboldened to go on a podcast with New York legend Carmelo Anthony, so it's gonna get some traction because it's Carmelo. He feels so comfortable going on a podcast, airing out family secrets. What's next? He comes to training camp and says, "I don't want to play linebacker. I want to play D-end." The coach don't know what the hell he's doing. Joe Shane didn't sign enough pass rushers to help me out. What's next? What comes out of his mouth next? If he feels so comfortable criticizing Shane and Dable for paying Daniel Jones before Saquon Barkley, what's stopping Kayvon Thibodeaux for throwing the defensive coordinator under the bus? What's stopping Kayvon Thibodeaux for throwing Brian Dable under the bus the next time the offense throws a dud up? You got to nip shit like this in the bud early and often, because if you don't check disrespect the first time, it's always worse the second. What happens if McAdoo isn't the head coach And Tom Coughlin curses Odell the fuck out for going on that boat trip. I wonder if Odell becomes the problem child that he is. Because remember, Coughlin sat Odell down after he got into that fight with that bum ass nigga, Josh Norman. He set him down. He punished Odell. When Tom Coughlin was the head coach, there was accountability for Odell. When Tom Coughlin left, there was no accountability for Odell. He ran over Shermer. He ran over McAdoo. So I look at Kayvon and I'm like, nah, you can't do this. Especially considering the fact that you're wrong. Daniel Jones was the priority because he won that playoff game. I say it like this. How many game plans were based around Saquon when Tommy DeVito was the quarterback? How much of the game plan was based around Saquon when Tyrod Taylor was the quarterback? I do you one better, Kayvon. After we paid after we paid Daniel Jones, how much of the game plan was based around Saquon when Daniel Jones was the quarterback? Now, Kayvon, bro, I could be wrong. I could be an idiot who knows nothing about football. I'm not in the meeting rooms. I'm not in the game plan room. Like, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But I know what my eyes tell me when I watch you fuckers play on Sundays. I know my eyes tell me that we never try to establish Saquon. I know my eyes tell me that we barely use Saquon in the passing game. I know my eyes tell me that Brian Dable had the time of his life when he had Tyrod Taylor, a quarterback, throwing bombs to Darius Slayton and Jalen Hyatt. I know that. That's all I'm saying. And for those of y'all who don't believe what I'm talking about right now, the fifth unit question of the day is this. This is the fifth unit question of the day. Go back and watch the first 8 weeks of Brian Dable last season. All right? Go back and watch the first 8 games of 2022 and then compare it to 2023 post Daniel Jones. And you tell me if Saquon Barkley was the priority. Because when Brian Dable didn't believe in Daniel Jones, when Brian Dable didn't believe in that he had a quarterback, he made it a priority to run Saquon into the ground. We ran Saquon. Saquon got like 30 carries a week to open the season last year. And you know what happened? Brian Dable said, damn, making Saquon the focal point of the offense ain't doing nothing for us. We're not scoring. We can't put points on the board. We need to put it in Daniel Jones' hands. And he proceeded to give the ball to Daniel Jones for the remainder of the season after the Texans game. The Texans game was the last time Saquon was featured last season. And then if you go into this season, Giants fans, when was Saquon Barkley featured? When? When did he go out his way to feature Saquon outside of maybe the Washington game? When? So my only argument to Saquon, I'm not going to sit here and say I know more about the Giants than Saquon because he's in the building and I'm not. But like I said, the fifth unit question today is, when you watch Brian Dable's first 2 seasons, does it look like Saquon Barkley is our best player in Dable's eyes? Do you think that Dable and Kafka think that Saquon Barkley is our best chance of winning football games? That's the fifth unit question of the day. Because I know what my eyes tell me when I watch the Giants on Sundays. My eyes tell me that Brian Dable wants to put the ball in the quarterback's hands because he don't believe Saquon Barkley is going to put up enough points to win us games. That's what my eyes tell me. So this whole notion that Daniel Jones shouldn't have got paid ahead of Saquon Barkley, it's dumb, Kayvon. It's dumb. It's dumb. Because it's obvious that your head coach and your offensive coordinator believe that our best chance of winning is to air the ball out, not running. So y'all go have a ball in the comment section with this situation, because I really want to know how y'all feeling about this. I want to know. But anyway, throw those FUs in the chat if you rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.